This is a 2014 Jeep Compass. It's the sport model. Don't have a whole lot of options on it. It's got the base gauge set, the CVT transmission, the base stereo, and down here it also has no, can you see that? Right here there's no 110 volt outlet. It just has a rubber plug and a hole. So I went to the junkyard for about 20 bucks. I got an inverter out of a Gen 1 Compass. I think it was a 2008. The whole wire harness, the plug, all the connectors. So I'm going to try to retrofit it into this car. First thing I got to do is take out the gauge cluster. There's supposed to be a plug that looks similar to this. It's actually the male end that plugs into that end. Read online that it's right behind this panel. So I've got my little plastic pry tool. Stick that in here. This panel just pries out. And that should just come off like that. And being the base car, don't drop it, break it. Being the base car, it only has one plug on it. So pull that one plug out. And that gets this whole gauge thing off. The stereo just slide out. Yeah. A second here. I don't want to just yank on the wires. You carefully kind of work the wires out so you get some access. So those are the plugs there. Now I'm going to need two hands to get all the plugs out. So I pull the plugs off and I'll be right back. Okay, the first two plugs were pretty easy. They got a little tab on the back. You push the little tab and pop them out. They look similar, but they'll only fit one way. You can't put them in wrong. But the antenna part had this little orange clip on it, or red clip. So that goes down over this. So I pried that off with a little flathead screwdriver, and this just pops out of the end like that. Alright, I put that down. Down in here is the wire that we're after, which is right here. So it comes in the car, it's taped up. Get the tape pulled off of that. One second. Okay, got it out. Here's the plug. That does look like the same plug that goes in the back of this thing. And I started looking at the wires back here, or the mounting holes. And those are perfect. There's 2, 3, and 4. I got 2 of the bolts started. So these are the bolts that came with it. Right here. They have a 8mm head, very coarse thread, and they do fit those holes. Now the holes weren't tapped, so I just muscled them in with a ratchet and a 8mm socket, and it will go. It's a real pain. The bottom ones are real tight because there's not a lot of room. So I'm going to shut this down for a minute and finish getting my bolts in. Okay, we got that thing done. Here's my 8mm ratchet. Was able to reach in here, and there's my inverter. screwed in those factory holes I was talking about. You got the two down the bottom. Both of the ones in the bottom, not gonna lie to you, those are a pain in the butt. But you can reach it. Be careful, there's some sharp edges behind the dash in there. I got cut a couple times, but it's in. You can see the plug down in there. I got the factory plug in it. I can't quite see it with this. It's right down in here. Right down next to that. It all fits. Alright, now I'm going to turn to the console. The center console has to come out. And if you open the armrest and take that pad off the bottom, there's two screws which I've just taken out. And they get the e-brake all the way up, and this whole thing should just lift out. So we'll pull back here on the cup holders. Yeah, there's nothing holding this in. So let me put the camera down and get this pulled out. Okay, I got the console pulled out. Center console just pulled off the floor. There's a couple of fingers at the front of it that feed into those two holes, like little slots there and there. And the back of it just screws into those things. And you're gonna have to unplug that plug, which is this one right here. And that's what feeds, because this one has the lighted cup holders. So that powers the cup holders. Now I'm gonna have to get in my factory harness I got from the donor car and get that plugged into this.